Comics are totally awesome. And I'm totally awesome too. Whoa! BEARDZZERKER from Parody Press. Back it today!
My father was the Black Tiger. Now I'm the Black Tiger. Not quite what I had in mind for a family legacy.
Nice work. There's a new player shaking up the underworld. Who did it? I don't know names. They all look alike to me.
Timothy! We need to have a little chat.
Schedule an appointment with my secretary.
It's hard enough being Black Tiger, trying to figure out how to do all this without compromising my personal identity.
Well, consider me honored to be what? The only one who knows your secret?
Miss Secretary, can you fill me in now?
Who am I supposed to trust when everyone sees me as a means to their ends? Where am I supposed to go when I don't exist? How do I know where I belong when I don't even know who I am? I have no real name. I'm just a number to them, a weapon, a pawn in a war I don't want to be involved in. Division M and the Prime Syndicate are two sides of the same coin. They exist because of each other. I exist because of them. I was supposed to be a solution, a way towards peace. But I'm just another problem, a liability, a mistake. I have more enemies than I can count. What am I supposed to do? I can't do this alone. I need friends.
Hey everyone, good morning. How are you doing? This is Don Chen. I'm here with another edition of Comics and Coffee. Happy Wednesday to you. Happy Hump Day. Hope everything's well in your neck of the woods. I woke up like around 7 and had a little Bible study with some friends of mine online and got some breakfast. I'm doing good, man. I hope everything's going well where you're at. And it is looking to be a nice sunny day where I'm at here in Northern California. And I have a couple of fun guests. And they've been on my show before. And I was looking back in the archive and man, it's been at least a year plus since they were on the show. And they were both on the show the same day. So what are the odds that they would be booked again, like almost several months later on the same show? I thought that was pretty cool. I think it's more than just circumstance because these guys are two of the most positive guys I know, very hardworking, and that would be Luke Stone and John Hervey. But before we get into them coming into the room with us today, let's go ahead and say hi to the chat. We got a good crowd here. I see Abo's in the house from Texas, and Abo has a book called Splinters of Ysigdrasil, and it is available on their site, which is, I believe, abogrizzly.com. Check it out. We have General Piggy in the chat. General Piggy has been winning lots of prizes in our Quacky Quiz. And if you guys stick around at the end of the show, we're going to have a quiz where we're going to be giving away a couple cool things from John and Luke. Luke's going to be giving away a set of stickers. And then John is going to give away a copy of your choice of a digital comic book from his website, which is at beyondtimecomics.com. Hope you enjoyed that little trailer that we played beforehand. That's one of John's masterpieces, is actually a live action pilot that I think he co-produced and probably wrote the script for. But anyways, it's really good. So check it out, Black Tiger on YouTube. And let's see who else we have here. We have, obviously, John is here. Hey, John. Yeah Boy Hojo is here. Yeah Boy Hojo has been winning some good stuff too. We have Aggressively Relaxing in the house. NCBD. What is NCBD? Is that National Comic Book Day? Is today National Comic Book Day? I wasn't aware of that. Maybe it is. Let's see here. So anyways, guys, this is how we usually do it. We're going to bring our guests in and give them about 20 plus minutes to tell us about what they're working on. I'm sorry, my artwork is crooked over there. I'll have to fix that later. That's Ed Gein, Demon Hunter from Christian Rossi and Lucifer Storm. Very good book. Not for the kiddies though. It's a little more of a kind of a dark story, but it's a good book. So we're going to bring them in and then give them about 20 plus minutes to talk about their campaigns. And then at the end of the show, we always do the Quacky Quiz. And that's where we give you, the audience, the chance to win the prizes. So you're going to have to know a little bit about trivia. And I'll give you a heads up. One will be a Bruce Lee related question. And the other one will be a Bible related question. And there's no penalty for Googling. So if you don't know it off the top of your head, as long as you put it in the chat and you're the first person to get it right, you will win the prize. So that's pretty easy. So let's go ahead and get started, guys, and bring in John and Luke. Hey, Luke. Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having me
brother.
today.
Good to see you. Yeah. I'm gonna quiz you about this awesome bust, this trash man bust that you have in your campaign. We'll look at that in just a minute, and then John is here from Texas.
Hey, gentlemen.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. What's up, Luke? Good to see you again, buddy.
Hey, man. Nice to see you today.
Yeah,
Look at Luke, man. He's been like losing the weight and looking all
looking good.
Well,
yeah.
I don't recommend the weight loss program.
Not the one you took, right?
But at least there's a silver lining from it all.
Yeah.
Well, thank God everything is working out for you, brother.
Yes, thank God for that. I do appreciate all the prayers and the support that everybody gave me during that. It was a rough time, but we're definitely on the mend, and coming back out of this thing hopefully better than we went into it. So
I'm into that.
That's great. That's great to hear. So I'm so sorry I'm out of it. It's new comic book day, of course. It's Wednesday. I have not been to a local store in a while. Do you guys still go to your local comic store if you have one, or?
I've been once since I got back out of the hospital. So there was 5-6 months before I while I was out. And
sure. Well, you had a good excuse, Luke.
Yeah,
I did,
You've got a very good excuse, brother.
I've been back once. There wasn't anything that compelled me to go back weekly.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, but so I kind of look at the back issues and collectibles and stuff like that, because my office could always use a couple more toys in it. But,
how about you, John? Are you still going to your store?
I've mostly been backing books. Like I've got Trash Man. I've got a number of your books as well. But honestly, we moved out. My family and I, we moved out from California to Texas at the end of 2019, and then COVID hit. So it's like, and at that point, I was backing a lot of indies. So there are a couple shops here and there that I go to here and there, but it's not like in California where I have my shop.
Right.
I haven't like established a spot like, oh, this is my shop. It's funny. I go back to California. I go back to my local comic shop. I go visit them. So.
Did you you lived in like LA area, right, John?
Yeah, I lived in the San Gabriel Valley. So I lived near the Pasadena area.
Did they have like a Golden Apple comics down there?
Golden Apple was in LA. So I did when I worked at back in the day at Motown Animation, that was in the Miracle Mile area. So that was close. You could just kind of, shoot up to, shoot up La Brea and just kind of go across to Golden Apple. So I would go to Golden Apple. That was always a fun store. And I'll tell you, the owner at the time, I know his son runs the shop now. The owner, he was such a good dude. I mean, it's like, that was a shop that Hollywood folks and all kinds of folks would go to, but it's like, if you were an indie, he would let you set up a table there.
Yeah.
And show you stuff. I mean, so on a number of occasions, he just let me just set up there,
nice.
and just kind of, shill Black Tiger. So I never forget that. Really,
I can't remember his name. Was his name Bill or something, or?
Yeah, and I'm trying to remember his last name because
I can't remember.
Because he was a very big man.
Yeah, I was there.
The grizzly man.
We did way back in the 80s when the hamsters kind of caught fire. We did a tour of California stores, and Golden Apple graciously opened their doors for me and my artists to come down and do that. So, well, let's get into our campaigns today. Does anybody? Neither one of you said you wanted to go first, but I have Luke's campaign on the background. So why don't we go to hybrids? Luke, would you like me to share my screen, or did you want to share?
You can share it. That'd be fine. You can.
Okay. Let me pull it up here. I have both of your trailers loaded up and ready to go. So if you guys want me to play the trailer first or anytime during the sharing time, I'm happy to do that.
I noticed aggressively relaxing said I found a comic book store in my and that's not entirely true. I mean, while I was in the hospital, I got tons of Indiegogo and Kickstarter books, so tons of crowdfunding books come in. So I've been reading every spare moment that I get, and I'm still not caught up. So
I know. I recently read The Embrace.
Very good.
Lost Pages 2. I need to read Ed Gein. I need to get myself in the right mind frame.
that killer instinct.
Yes.
Well, you guys have been on my show, and I backed both of campaigns from the past, Magna, Black Tiger, Luke's Hybrids, and I needed to brush up before I had you guys on the show. I don't like to come in rusty, so I read them last night. I read,
nice.
I didn't read all of Luke's Hybrids, but I did catch up with There is a
Luke
lot.
has a lot,
You've got-
'cause I think
this
I
is
got
like-
your first one I got in a big graphic novel, and then the second one. Yeah.
I was gonna say this is what I started to do my crash course on hybrids, and I really liked it, Luke. I mean, it's got a lot of the X-Men, and you kind of advertise it. It's got the Claremont X-Men feel to it, and it's cool to see your comments as you progress. This is kind of like it's a graphic novel, but you share a lot about your process and how you started, you know, even before like your indie roots and stuff. So I thought that was really cool that you you know, you gave readers kind of insight on how hybrids came to be, and you've got a lot of books that probably people haven't seen. You know, your old stuff from like the like 2015, 17, things like
stuff I've long forgotten about. Hopefully others have too. But no, so you know, we are getting ready to. I am remastering those old books because you know, before I got sick, you know, I signed up with Arrow Comics. Randy Zimmerman's been in the business a long time, so we were going to be re-releasing everything with Arrow Comics.
Nice.
And so we started going through the remaster process because we thought we had this big, massive distribution deal going on, which turned out to be a farce.
The long shots.
Speaking of X-FARCE, it turned out to be a real farce. And so part of the long shots. But so we will be probably in the next couple of months just running a kind of a test. It's two things. It's a way to kind of pre-order the remastered trade paperback with updated information and everything.
Okay.
Of the Trash Day arc, but it's also a chance for me to test out crowdfunding from my own website. So
okay.
I've learned a little bit about that, and I'm trying to implement
awesome,
that
Luke.
into my
Hey, you know what?
website.
I think I really believe that's the way. I saw something with Butvitas.
Right, Aerith, right.
Aerith, and I'm actually, my next campaign, I want to do the same.
Yeah,
so
his is honestly going to look a lot better than mine because he is a programmer. That's what he does, is web stuff.
Yeah.
I'm kind of a Swiss Army knife of graphics and things like that, so I do a little bit of everything.
Nice.
My big focus is obviously now illustration and comic books.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I was gonna
try that.
I think it's the way, man. I really do.
Yeah.
I really think it's the way.
I was gonna say, Luke, I got all my hybrids out last night, and I said, well, which one do I do first? So I had to kind of go through them and say, you know, which one is the very first one. So I started reading this one, and then I read this one, and I said, oh, this one is a remastered version of issue 1. So this is what you're gonna do for all the books in this graphic novel, is kind of improve the coloring and some of the story layouts.
Yeah,
and
some
stuff.
of the art will be updated. There's going to be additional pages. The only issue that's not getting really any changes is issue 5. So the last one, the big change is that Piper went through to try to find some issues in the editing, kind of the post editing, and there's a lot of issues that the editor that I had to kind of miss. So she's like, "Oh, I've got a lot of work for you." So I'll have to update all of that, but you know. But yeah, so I'm
you've got 3 days. 3 days left in this campaign.
Yes. Yeah,
and then I saw you launch on Bancroft's show, right?
I did
about a month ago.
Well, actually, yeah, I was on Bancroft's, but I actually launched on Lord Crackhead's.
Oh, did you?
Oh,
yeah.
Nice.
And we had a great first night. It went really well. I was really worried about, you know, not being in the scene for, 5 months, kind of being out of things. People even remembering, because this campaign was actually supposed to run last September. And as many of you know, I was asleep through the entire month of September.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and so really looking forward to, as you boy Joe says, yes, I can confirm Piper will help your script.
Editors are good. They can be.
Yeah.
So
if she's got the freedom to do her job, she's very good at doing her job. She's worth every penny I pay.
So tell us, for those that have not experienced hybrids, do you just want me to play the trailer and then we can discuss?
Yeah,
Okay.
because Randy did the voiceover, and his voice sounds so much better than mine saying it.
All right. So the one that I'm gonna play is the Killing Field 3. That's about a minute long. Is that the right one?
That's
Luke?
about right.
Okay, guys. So here's the trailer to Hybrids, which is still funding on Indiegogo. And Luke, is this your initial 30 days, or are you?
No, this is the last. I did extend it, but I have not been, because of my energy levels. I just have not been very active.
That's
for
okay.
the last 30 days, but it's up there. We got.
You're a busy man.
You're
You're a husband and a father and a pastor and
Yep.
a comic book creator. So I hear you on the time constraints. So here's Killing Field Volume 3.
Welcome to Hybrids, the Sons of God. In this highly acclaimed series, descendants of the ancient gods face off against a celestial threat. Our heroes begin to converge at the Stardust Motel, where a deadly ambush awaits. Who will be the first to fall on the killing field? A fast-paced adventure where a Chris Claremont-era X-Men meets ancient aliens. Elements of drama, horror, and humor tell a well-crafted story. Complex character dynamics come into play as average people face unspeakable evil while learning to live with their newfound powers. Referred to as the X-Men I wanted to read, it is worth diving into the Hybrids universe now. With plenty of ways to get started at any budget, you can get your copy of Hybrids today, only on Indiegogo.
All right.
Nice
trailer. Hybrids. So Luke, there's all the other campaigns that you've done. Are they still active? Can people still get?
No, I've closed all of those down. You can get all the other stuff is available for add-ons. We've got just a few copies of the trade paperback, the original printing left.
Okay.
And so we will be running out of that very shortly, and then I won't be reprinting that until I'm ready to do the remastered edition of that. You can get the quick play for the RPG that Nick Tockard developed for the series.
I think I have that. Is this?
Yeah, that's the quick play. And wow, you've got them all there, buddy.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you. You know, you've been through different publishers and stuff, but how many printed versions of Hybrids are there? If someone wanted to ask you.
Sadly, sometimes early on, Hybrids felt a lot more like the that little piece of bread at the end of the loaf. Everybody touches it, but nobody wants it. You know? So I started out on my own company, and then I wound up moving to Starcross Comics, and then I started a company, and that failed miserably. And then we moved to Arrow Comics. So there's been 4 different printings of the first issue. There's been 3 different printings of the second and third, and then so it narrows down to where we've only got a couple of them out there. But
so now you're under your own imprint, which is called tell me again.
No, my studio is Luke Stone Studios now. Just finally dropped all that, and my publisher is Arrow Comics.
Okay.
So Randy is he's the guy that takes care of my publishing. So pretty much anything that I put out through Luke Stone Studios will be published with Arrow. He's taking care of the publishing aspect of it.
Okay.
So I can focus on the making comics part of it.
So Luke, reading the first two stories in this graphic novel, I have to say I like Trash Man a lot. He seems to be the breakout character, and I think when I backed you actually, I got one of your cool limited edition action figures. I think, are you donating one of these to Crackheads?
I did. I actually donated 2 of them. I
thought I saw that.
I had a prototype version, and then I have one of the finished versions.
Oh, that's cool.
I only did 20 of them. And they're never going to happen again.
And you painted these yourself, right?
I hand painted them.
Wow, look at that guy.
For punishment.
How cool is that?
That's amazing. I didn't know you hand painted them, brother.
I did, yeah. I hand painted those things, I actually learned how to airbrush so that I could do it right.
Mm-hmm.
Because I had never
Sweet.
airbrushed before, but I had all the gear. So I was like, what the heck? Let's figure it out.
I love this. I mean, the packaging and everything is so on point, and so
I
this
used
will
a
probably
guy-
be worth something, I think.
And Trash Man, I guess
Even
if you stick with the X-Men analogy, he's kind of your Colossus, but
Yes, a little
but
bit,
a,
yeah.
but a American dude.
Yeah, and far from, his power sets are. I like to tell people, look, I've got these very convoluted details about all their powers because I kind of create them with this like a role-playing game in mind.
Yeah,
But
I like that.
at the end of the day, he's just big guy punches hard with blue energy. Let's put it at that, and you can learn more about it as it goes. But originally when I started the story was not supposed to be told from his perspective. It was supposed to be told from Bone's perspective.
Right, I read that.
With the
Yeah.
skull face paint on the skateboard, and I realized as I got older that the best way to introduce people to the story would be through Trash Man, even though he's invulnerable and all these things. He kind of has this value to him that he always does the right thing without being, he's a character that you find out later he's not a man of faith. He doesn't have anything like that about him. He just inherently does the right thing.
It's funny. It's funny that you would say that. I'm in my own study. I'm reading in Romans right now, just in the first couple of chapters of Romans, and it talks about the circumcised and the circumcised that are not doing what they're supposed to be doing, and the uncircumcised that are doing what they're supposed to be doing.
Exactly. Yes, and I've been dealing a lot with that lately. In fact, not a lot of people know this. If you follow me on Twitter, you know this. But so when I came out of being sick, the church had not fared well. I'm a pastor, and the church had not fared well during this whole COVID thing and moving around. And we're kind of to the point now to where we're having some complications with where we're meeting, and we know that we're not going to be able to meet there very long. And we've decided that once we kind of leave that, we're going to probably dissolve. And, so it's an odd thing where, because I'm all about preaching the Bible. That's my heart, I'm not really a denominational line kind of guy or anything like that. But I actually had a dear brother tell me today that this is what I woke up to, that I'm going, like, all these kind of struggles I'm dealing with is because I make comics. And,
wow.
I was like, okay, well, that's very unusual that you would say that, because my actual pastors, like my mentors and my state leaders, are all like, hey, that's what you need to do to make money. That's your gift. You need to use this. Yeah. And so I was like, you very much contradict everything else that people are saying. But isn't that what we run into every day?
Yes.
Where you get people that claim to have faith, that take certain viewpoints and stances, and people that don't have faith, tend to live out our Christian values better than sometimes we do.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of the idea behind Trash Man, is that he just chooses to do the right thing because it's the right thing to do. And I thought it would be very interesting to tell this story from his point of view and kind of make him a central character. We obviously, after the second issue, start to hand off the story to some of the other characters, because that's what you do when you're writing an ensemble cast like that. But it's very much about the interactions between these people and kind of their response to this very serious supernatural threat. So, yeah, it definitely has a Claremont X-Men vibe.
I like that.
And I actually, I got that from someone else, Adam Lawson. Actually,
I love Adam.
I read the book, yeah.
I love
read
Adam.
the book, and he had said that, and he says, it's the X-Men that I wanted to read. And I said, brother, I'm going to quote that. I'm going to get a lot of mileage out of it. I promise you.
Yeah. I think he's working on a book with Wesley Snipes. Right?
Wesley Snipes,
that's crazy.
Yeah. Great success to him. He deserves it, every bit of it. He's a classy guy.
He's a stand-up dude.
Yeah.
He really is. He really is.
Well, Luke, your stuff, as I read it, I could every issue you're just growing in leaps and bounds. And this book, when I looked at your campaign, obviously I'm going to back hybrids, and I'm really kind of drawn towards this cool featured perk with the bus. Do you actually have one of those with you?
I do. It's I can pause my camera for a second and go grab it.
Oh, I'd love to see it.
Yeah, I've actually got a finished one. Oh,
awesome.
Wait, I don't know if it's in here. No, I'm sorry, they're in the garage.
Oh, that's okay.
I'll text my daughter to bring it in.
About how big is? Oh, I guess you're going to show me in just a minute.
They're 3.5 inches tall.
Okay,
so
that's
they're mini
cool.
bust. They're 3D printed, and then I do the hand finishing myself, which is why it's a limited run, because I can't finish them as quickly as I used to.
So you're actually painting this as well?
Yeah. So
wow,
I didn't know amazing. That's amazing.
That's a good value.
Yeah.
I mean, most people would just charge that $100 just for the bust painted, let alone all the other things that we're gonna get. So.
Yeah, that's a great value.
Thank you. I try to add a lot of value to the backers, because I appreciate what everybody does, and so I don't want to give them just something,
Yeah.
I want to make sure that if they're going to back me at that level, you're getting parts 1, 2, and 3 of the Killing Field, but you're going to also get this really cool thing to have on your desk.
Who sculpted that, may I ask? Is it?
I've got a guy named Eduardo, who did that. He's an Italian 3D modeler artist.
Okay, he did a great job.
Yeah, he's actually doing the legs as well, and so he's working on the legs are finished, and he's working on the base now.
Okay,
and so we're in that process. He's a little busy, life happens, and he works IT for a hospital, and it's
so there's the mini bus right there.
Yeah,
and it comes with a toupee.
Oh well, yes and no. So you can.
Why, do you want it? You don't need it, Don.
If you have your own 3D printer, what I've done here is I've given you the STL files. You can actually, for $5, just
so you can print it. You can print it.
So you can print it yourself, and it comes in every way that the artist did the cut for me. So, body and base, body, hair and base, body and base together, so it's, every option that you can think, you print it in any size that you want. So, I do have a larger version of this printed, but it takes ages to get done. But let's say you want to actually paint it.
It's
to
awesome,
look like Trash Man. Well, then that's on you, baby.
Yeah.
So Luke, for those that are new to hybrids, where would you recommend people jump on as far as the different tiers that you have? Is all your earlier issues all add-ons, or
I do have the trade paperback as an add-on. We are offering the issue 2 remastered as an add-on with this campaign. So you can also get issue 1 and issue 2 remastered. The issue 1 will be the production, the standard retail version that we were releasing. So it has the big,
make you a little bit bigger.
So it'd be this one. So it's not like the special edition cover that we released for the first one. That was very limited. We only did 50 of those. And this one, you'll know this is the retail edition because of the nice fudge ad on the back.
All right. Do you ever sign issues that are in your campaigns?
Upon request, yeah.
Upon request, okay.
I'll let people can ask me, hey, sign it, and I'll do that. So I have
cool.
no problem doing that. I normally don't sign them because I actually had somebody who was like, you're kind of defacing the book, and I'm like, I am?
Wow. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. I was like, I didn't realize that the writer and artist was defacing the book by slapping his John Hancock on there.
Wow.
But apparently I was. So now I only do that by request.
Okay.
I see.
Because I don't want to assume wrongly now.
Right.
That people just want my signature. you know,
I want yours. I want you to sign mine. So when I back it up, I'll send you a little message.
Yeah, I will definitely sign up for you.
Don wants your graffiti.
Yeah, give me that. Yeah, I'll deface it for you.
Yeah.
It's funny because I actually,
that's crazy.
You know, someone actually started. I would go to like comic shops and do, you know, covers and like sketch covers and commissions for people, and I had people actually pay me to do a remark. And basically, a remark is to take a marker to somebody's cover and deface it. Like I'm doing something to the cover that's not supposed to be there. And
I haven't even heard of that before.
Yeah, so I've got my own little kind of remark thing that I do, and
nice.
And that's the thing. But I write the book so that every issue could be somebody's first issue. Mm-hmm. So if you don't want to spend all the money to get all of those things, I would say go ahead and kick in with the tier where you can get parts 1, 2, and 3 of the Killing Field, because this arc can stand by itself. Unfortunately, the next arc is kind of like Act 3 of a story, and so sometimes you can miss Act 1. As long as you get Act 2, Act 3 will make sense. That's the way this is going to work in the trade paperback volume sense.
Okay.
So Volume 2, The Killing Field, can make sense without Volume 1, but when you get into Volume 3, Lifeline, you're really going to need The Killing Field in order to know this. So we're going to have a lot of catch-up tiers and a lot of availability for back issues.
Okay.
For that final arc that we're going to be running.
Very nice, Luke. So when is Hybrids? When are you planning on publishing it? Is it this summer?
This issue 8 is actually it's going to be shipping in July.
Wow.
So that's going to be in July, and then
I'll be here before we know it.
Yeah. So as soon as fulfillment begins, I'll open up the sign-up sheet for Hybrids number 9. So which is the Killing Field Part 4. Which is the final book in that arc. I'll take a short break to put out a book called Rift Riders that I'm working on with Piper.
Yeah, I saw that in a backup story.
Yeah, and then there's a couple other things that I'm going to be working on that I'll be putting out, as well as the full manual for the role-playing game.
Oh, I love that.
He's worked very hard on, and now it's my turn to
busy guy.
Get the thing ready, yeah.
So you've already kind of built your system for the role playing. Is that?
Yeah, it's completely finished.
Okay.
Everything is done. Nick created a base +2 engine, an original game engine to run this thing.
Okay.
So it's
awesome.
ready to go. It's just up to me to get it edited and ready for print. Yeah, I got a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
I wish I could clone myself.
Hey Luke, before we let John tell us about Magna, did your daughter bring in that bust, or is she ignoring you?
I think they're ignoring me.
The life of a dad.
Seriously.
I'll have to show it at the end, I guess.
Yeah.
Hey, anytime it comes in, just show us.
And the stickers too, if you get a chance, you can.
I've got the stickers.
We'll do that at the end of the show.
Yeah, I've got the stickers right here with me, but yeah, I can.
All right. Well, let me just show you real quick with the stickers. So, guys, stick around at the end of the show. We're gonna have a quiz.
I got a whole mess of these things, so this hand doesn't work that well. But hey, I did it.
What is your T-shirt?
Oh, it's
Is that Steve Carell?
It is. It's a Threat Level Midnight.
Threat Level Midnight. I don't know what that is.
It's the movie Michael Scott made.
Oh, from The Office.
From The Office, yeah.
Okay.
So I've got a number of chibi stickers.
Nice.
And who drew the chibi stickers? Yeah. You and some other people, or?
No, I didn't draw any of these. It was Joe Spicer, my old publisher at Starcross. He did. So you're getting all of these. The only one that you won't get, and we're keeping that one limited, was the Triple Play chibi sticker.
Oh, okay.
We did that only for the first 50 backers. So
nice.
But all the other ones we'll have in the pack. So yeah, you get all of those chibi stickers today.
Now,
answer the question.
Was the homage to the X-Men? Professor X's Rev in your comic book, because he's like in a wheelchair?
No, that's Danny that's in the wheelchair.
Oh, Danny, I'm sorry.
Danny is Danny's a real life person. Like
Really?
Danny is
One of
real.
your-
Yeah. And in the trade paperback, there's actually a picture of real Danny
Oh, wow.
and comic Danny. So when I was writing the book, I just knew that I needed that kind of guide by the side type personality. And that's what Danny's been to me for a long time. And I said, Danny, do you mind if I put you in my comic?
That's so cool,
And he said,
man.
that'd be awesome if you did. So
That's right. So, guys, I highly recommend picking up Hybrids. The link is in the YouTube description. You can go to Luke Stone. Is it LukeStoneStudios.com as well?
yeah.
Okay. So Luke can do commissions. He's available for, if you want him to draw comic book artwork. And you're pretty busy. Are you still taking non-freelance work, Luke?
I am. Yeah, I'm taking on work. I've actually decided that rather than try to go back or continue on in ministry once I'm no longer pastoring this church, that I'll do ministry pro bono, and graphics and photography and art and consulting will be my job. Okay. So I do have fresh rates posted on the website now, and so you can go over there and check that out under services, and then contact me if you're interested in any of the services that I offer. And I'm taking on work daily.
All right.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's good. All right. Well, let's give the floor to our friend John. John, you just launched on Red Valkyrie yesterday, right?
Yeah, just launched at I guess 6 p.m. Central yesterday.
Awesome. And you're already well over your fixed goal.
Well,
And,
the book, I've already paid for production, so, this is more of being able to get books in people's hands and then kind of, production on the next series. So I'm trying to stay ahead of the curve. At least it gives people one less risk when they're dealing with me. It's like, hey, well, at least the book is produced. Whether you like it or not, that's a whole nother thing. But you'll get the thing.
yeah, I think you're very underrated, John. I mean, you've been delivering books. I mean, you've got a whole website, guys. If you want to see the catalog of what John has been up to, it's amazing. You are just when I read Magna, I saw your campaign, last year, and all your campaigns just have next level artwork and production. I think you do a great job. This artist you found for this book, I was just kind of taken back to like I almost felt like the old. I like the Conan that John Buscema drew with. I think maybe Alfredo Alcala might have been.
There you go.
Back in the day. And so when I read it, guys, this is just a crazy, great story. Very, very, very fun. You do a lot of Norse mythology and a little bit of Supergirl, I think, mixed in. Superman, I kind of felt like there was an origin to that. So why don't you tell us about it, John?
There are actually, there's 3 graphic novels that are available in this campaign. For those of you that have picked up volume 1 of Magna, volume 2 completes, my man Rod, volume 2 completes the story arc. So it's a 6-issue story arc fundamentally. So each graphic novel is 3 issues. So you get, if you're new to Magna, you can get the full story arc by getting volumes 1 and 2. And that's a story, growing up, I've always loved mythology, kind of growing up. And one of the things, kind of as we've spoken about the story, my love of mythology, and then, reading Genesis 6 and then looking at some of the apocryphal books, just kind of got my mind turning, and came up with a story about this extraordinary young woman, and the last remnants of, it's called the Last Pantheon because you have basically beings from different pantheons that have band together for kind of their last stand. So you can get the full story arc with the 2 volumes. I think there's a lot of fun twists in there. Like you said, from an artwork perspective, I wanted to make sure that you got that kind of high fantasy feel, from the book.
Definitely.
So I think we were able to deliver that. If you're
have issue, I do not have volume 2, so I literally just backed this thing because I read volume 1, and it literally was one of my favorite comics.
Oh, thanks,
graphic novels that I read that year.
I really appreciate that.
I can't believe if you're sleeping on this, if you're sleeping on John's work, you gotta. I mean, come on. The only
look at
is
it.
to be in a coma. I'm telling you.
Take it from Luke.
Luke can speak to that.
I forgot to wear my Black Tiger shirt today. I wore it earlier in this week, so it's not so fresh. But
oh yeah,
I got one of your Shea Black Tiger prints, the one with the 2 panthers and the girl.
Yeah, so I
get a lot of comments.
I'm wearing one of the shirts right now. I'm going to give a shout out to Shea. For anyone that doesn't know Shea, if you're not, so this is.
Oh, that's the one I have right there.
Yeah. So this is the tiger shirt. Here, let me give you guys a little bit of that.
I get girls and guys liking my shirt, which is unusual.
Yeah. Well, I always get exactly. I always get kind of great feedback from folks, with regards to the shirts. They're inquisitive. But Shea is somebody. If you're not someone that does a good job of putting your own merch together, because I'm not, she's someone that will come alongside you and put some incredible merch together for the stuff that you created. So I can't recommend her inside more in terms of helping you alongside. And they actually helped me with the design of the campaign. So I had all the elements, and then they just kind of helped me to streamline it. I had like twice as many tiers, and it was a hodgepodge because I've never done a campaign before where I wasn't just focusing on one book. There's 2 different properties here. So Magna is one of them, and then the Posse is another one that I'm introducing to folks. And it's all in the same universe, but it's a very different feel. If you read any of my books, I'm a hodgepodge kind of guy. So I like to bring different things that I love to the table in one story. So, the Posse is much more of Heroes for Hire meets Boys in the Hood, meets Escape from New York.
Oh, cool.
So
I love this.
Yeah, so that's kind of the if I were trying to give an elevator pitch of what would this be like, because it's a story of 2 guys who are rival gang members, Devin Willis and Ulysses Sanchez. So they're in my version of New York. So I call it the Decapolis, and there's actually 10 boroughs in my version of New York, and they're rival gang members who find themselves in a privatized prison, and there's experimentation going on there. They actually end up causing a jailbreak, and the criminal elements leak out into the Decapolis. Not leak out, they kind of like a tidal wave consume the Decapolis, and then these 2 guys have to put their pasts aside. They have to put their differences aside and decide to be the heroes for their city. Yeah. And these are some of the, these are very on the nose. These guys are called the Dinos. You can probably tell why. I love the Dinos. They're just, they're kind of street level. They're high powered street thugs. I mean, they're guys that are for hire, and you see the work that they do. That's them right there.
I love it. I think these guys should get their own book. Just looking at them, I love them already.
And they're kind of they're kind of quirky. They're at their best when they're doing this, and when they're not, they're kind of getting on each other's nerves. And
it's like Bebop and Rocksteady. I mean,
like the Turtles. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was,
I
that
mean,
was
this
kind
is
of a
like
cool.
great. This is amazing.
So, John, I just, both you and Luke are just total consummate professionals. But I have to say, looking at your books, John, just everything from the lettering to the coloring, you found Rod. Rod's in the chat, and now
That's my
doing
guy.
stuff. Yeah, Rod
is
said,
my dude.
he said you're the best creator he ever worked with. So we'll have
Rod
to
is
tell
my guy.
Bancroft about this, so he doesn't get jealous.
No, it's
What does Rod do for you?
So Rod is a penciler. If you've read Black Tiger, Rod is the penciler for all 9 issues of Black Tiger that have been created.
Oh, cool. Nice.
And he's already created another 3 issues. So we already have the next graphic novel. We're 3 pages away from having the next graphic novel completed, and that completes the Hidden Dragon story arc. Man, it's I can't even start to talk about that here because it is so next level. Even Rod and I, we look at that story and we're just like, oh my goodness, this is
Well, if it's any of your past work has anything like even remotely to kind of give us an idea of what this is going to be, I can only imagine. I mean,
I appreciate that, man. Hey Don, maybe we should play the trailer.
Yeah, let's go play the trailer, and then our quiz time will come up in the last part of the show. But I've got additional trailers for both of you. So during the quiz, I'll be playing your trailer and then scrolling the question.
And my daughter did show up with the minibus, by the way.
Let's see it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so there's 2 of them here. Here is the finished version. Said they're 3.5 inches tall.
Oh, that's sweet.
Fully.
That's sweet. And you were the model for the trash man bus, right?
That's excellent.
Yeah. If you take off the shirt, then that's exactly what you're going to see. And here is the this is an unfinished one. It's been primed, and I'm sanding and working out the some of the detail to make it
And how limited is this, Luke?
I'm only doing. There's a total of 15 going to be made at max, but I'm only going to do as many as are ordered, and right now, 7 of them have been ordered.
I'm going to check with the wife and see if I can. I'm getting paid this week, so I think I could spring for that. And then John's, I'm going to have to look at your campaign, John, and decide which one I want. But let's go ahead and play John's trailer. And let's play John's trailer to Magna and the Posse campaign.
Welcome, Beyond Time travelers. You are in for a real treat with our first ever 3-in-1 campaign. We are making our biggest offering yet, featuring 3 graphic novels, 2 story arcs, all in one Beyond Time universe. Get ready for Volume 2 of Magna, The Last Pantheon. We had a successful campaign for Volume 1, and we don't want to leave you hanging. This campaign will offer both Magna, The Last Pantheon Volumes 1 and 2, so that those who have just discovered the adventures of Magna can get caught up. There are more deep mysteries that will be uncovered as Kari Skogsholm discovers more of her past and reaches her final stand against supernatural forces bent on humanity's destruction. But wait, there's more. We are also introducing our Beyond Time supporters to The Posse. This is the first time we are releasing the 76-page graphic novel of The Posse Fugitives Volume 1. It is the first installation of 2 gang members, Devin Willis and Ulysses Sanchez, and their need to put aside rival affiliations in order to save their city from the chaos following a full-scale jailbreak, releasing the deadliest of metahuman convicts. All of this happening in one amazing Beyond Time universe. All production is 100% complete as we continue our mission to bring you the very best in comic book entertainment. Join us for boundless imagination.
Awesome, bro. Is that your wife narrating? Oh, I think you're on mute, my friend. Are you there, John?
Let's go. I'm back.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's my wife. She's the brains of the operation. So,
yeah, our wives are such blessings.
Yeah.
Well, it's almost 10 minutes to the top of the hour, so I'm going to go ahead and let people know we're going to do our quiz real quick, John. So cool. Before we get into that, though, is there any tier that you would recommend?
So if you're new to the Beyond Time universe completely, get the feature tier because you can get all 3 books. You can get volumes 1, 2, and 3. Now, if you're particular about getting a first printing, because there's not a lot of first printings left, you actually have to go down to one of these tiers that says first printing, limited number available. There's 3 different covers, 2 of them by Elizabeth Torque and 1 of them by Eduardo Vieira. And you can choose that. And then there's add-ons in there. So you can go to there and then you can pick up other books. And the last thing I want to mention is I'm really excited about the t-shirts and the beanies. The beanies are reversible. They're really cool. They're really cool. So if you like t-shirts, which I love t-shirts, I'm a t-shirt guy, and I love, I love wearing, like, having the beanies. Check those out. The one thing I'll say about the beanies is it tells you in there about size, measure your head. Because I thought, I was like, I got a big head. I thought I'd have like a large beanie. I'd like mine ended up needing a medium. So unless you like have a whole bunch of hair that you want to put up in the beanie, you don't want to look like Dumb Donald with the beanie all the way over your head. Or, See, Dumb Donald.
Yeah, I know
Dumb Donald. I'm sure the young folks are like, who is Dumb Donald?
Do you have one big enough for Bancroft's head is what I want.
There's not one big enough for Bancroft's head.
Might have to sew like 2 of them together.
Yes. It's like Voltron. They have to come together.
All right. So, guys, I'm going to go ahead and play our beloved Quacky Quiz intro video, and then we're going to do the quiz for the prizes. We'll do Luke's first, which is going to be stickers. And here we go. All right, so the Quacky Quiz Duck has spoken, and we're going to go ahead and play a short trailer to Luke's hybrids that he did in an earlier campaign. And during that trailer, we're going to flash the quiz question down below. So get your keyboards ready. If you don't know the answer, you can Google it. Pops is in the house. Pops is actually he wins a lot, and he actually gets a lot of the Bible trivia questions quite a bit. So I think Pops had some Sunday schooling in his youth. So let's go ahead and get this trailer going, and good luck on the quiz, guys. First person that put it in the chat will win these cool stickers that Luke showed just a moment ago. All right, here we go.
Pack of
New from Terraform Comics, Hybrids, The Sons of Gods, Volume 1, Trash Day. When everyday people develop godlike abilities, it is up to a small band of heroes to expose an evil superhuman trafficking ring. This 128-page volume merges history with fiction in an exciting, fast-paced adventure. Get your copy now.
All right, so the question, guys, is how many chapters are in the Gospel of Luke? I didn't know it offhand. Do you know it offhand, John?
No, if I were to guess, I'd guess 22.
Oh man, you're so close. No one is. Oh, we do have of course. Pops is correct. It's 24.
Pops in the
really
house.
Close. Good job, Pops. You are the winner of Luke's stickers, and Luke, I will send you his mailing address. You probably know Pops. Have you been on his show before?
Yeah, I am familiar with Pops.
You guys know how to get a hold of each other.
Everybody knows Pops.
So Pops, congratulations. Definitely check out Pops's Cromniverse book, which is on Indiegogo.
Pops still hasn't collected his last digital book from me that he won on your show. Just saying,
Pops. I know Pops. He's a little senile in his old age, you know. When you hit 60 or late 50s, our memories start to go a little bit. On the subject of t-shirts, though, I wanted to say thank you to my wife for picking out the Trump Punisher shirt. I heard Marvel's cracking down on the creators of these. They don't want to use the Punisher likeness in this type of fashion, I've heard. So they're shutting down a lot of the people making these. But, I know.
Oh, wow.
All right. So, John, the next question, guys, is for a digital book of your choice from Mr. Hervey's Beyond Time website.
If you go to beyondtimecomics.com, you'll see there's 18 issues up there.
Wow.
So you can choose.
Yeah, let me show people real quick. If you go to Beyond Time Comics, it should be right here on the screen. Very slick, man. This site is all, got scrolling graphics and digital downloads and all sorts of great stuff.
Trying to, I think like Luke was saying, I think we're all trying to kind of like take the next steps.
Yeah.
As we continue to, by God's grace, continue to move.
It's beautiful. So John, so anybody that wins the quiz will get whatever they want.
Yes.
Issue?
So what I'll have them do is either if they want to DM me or however you want to do it, because it's actually it's a digital reader. So you need to just set up your credentials on the digital reader, and then I'll give you free access.
Okay, gotcha. So let's go ahead and watch Mr. Hervey's trailer to. This is actually to your Black Tiger campaign,
and that's still live.
That's still live. Okay,
yeah,
so guys, if you like what you see, either on the current campaign or Black Tiger, Rod Looper is the artist on Black Tiger. I cannot. Rod. He is amazing, and you seem to kind of have this dragon theme throughout your comics.
That's Rod. No, that's actually. Dragon. I mean, like, Rod and I, we've worked together. Man, it's been to be close to 20 years now.
Wow.
And he was the one that wanted the dragon implemented into the story. So, I think we've got a really great working relationship. I think we kind of push each other. He's like, hey, let's take this to the next level. So I was like, okay, let's put something together, and it worked out really well.
Sweet, man. Well, you guys are a great team. I'm glad you're still working on new things together. So enjoy this trailer. It's about a minute long.
Tiger.
All right.
Yeah.
I love that beat, man.
Yeah, I do. I like that as well.
It's actually a brother from California. We actually used to be in Bible study fellowship together, and he makes beats along with making comics. So, and his tag is @ScottThrill. His name is Scott Gill, but it's @ScottThrill. And if you want him to make a beat for you, I mean, if you listen to even my the other trailer, he did half the music on that. He'll make you a beat, and he'll do it at a very reasonable price.
Awesome. So, guys, we did ask the question. I actually did not know that I asked John to give me a question, and this was his trivia question, was about the movie that has Jackie Chan, Bruce Lee, and Sammo Hung in it. I had to Google it because I had a thought it might be Enter the Dragon, but I think Jackie Chan was not credited. Is that correct, John?
That's correct. So Jackie Chan wasn't credited, and Jackie Chan and Sammo Hung were like super, super young. So it's like, I think Sammo Hung and they're like at the beginning.
Okay.
You know,
like part of the school. I mean, like the,
yeah,
like the big crowd.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But they
Okay.
so it's pretty cool. So your boy Hojo got it right.
Yes, Hojo, congratulations. That is correct. Enter the Dragon. And Hojo, you know how to reach me. So what I'll do is reach out to me, Hojo, and give me your. You need his email address, right?
Yeah. And then I'll email him.
Okay. So Hojo, you know how to get a hold of me, and then we'll hook you up with John, so you can get your cool digital comic book. So guys, anything else you'd like to say today? How people can get a hold of you before we sign off?
I want folks to know that I have read the kind of Luke's body of work. You know, I got Trash Day. I got it, I think, in the graphic novel form, if I'm right, and then the other stories kind of issues, fun stuff. You know, it's I think I haven't written a team book yet, because I think it's a different skill to write team books well. But he's done a very good job in writing a team book. So I check it out.
You're saying that, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And John, if people want to reach you, either beyondtimecomics.com or on Twitter.
At BeyondTime INC on Twitter. At BeyondTime INC.
Cool. And I can attest, guys, that both these guys deliver. Their products are very good quality, and they're a lot of fun. So please support them. Luke, before we go, anything else you'd like to say?
Oh, just check me out at my website, lukestonestudios.com. Join the mailing list. There's also a link to the active Indiegogo that we've got going on right now. And I put up new videos all the time on my YouTube. Do live draws, quick draws, some tutorial stuff. And every Thursday morning, we do New York Bacon. Yeah, so
all right, brother.
So check out the website.
All right.
And
well,
definitely
everybody,
back John's books.
Yes. So I'm scrolling the links, guys. They're both in the description. So please back them. I know I will. And until next time, God bless. Next week, I'll have my open mic show, which if you guys want to come back, it's a 4-minute pitch. And we're going to open it up to everyone. So that'll be next Wednesday, first Wednesday of the month. And until next time, I wish you guys well. God bless you all. Stay healthy and keep reading comics.
Amen to that.
Bye, everyone.
See ya.
Bye.